Adesanya versus Pereira. Adesanya, I think he's going to run away and the entire time and win. Poirier versus Chandler. Dude, I like Chandler. He's the guy that fought fucking Gaethje, man. That guy shortened his life with Gaethje. That fight was amazing, dude. That fight was so fucked. There is no way they paid you enough for that, Chandler. You're a fucking savage. Chandler.
Yeah, Izzy versus Alex Pereira. I mean, the history that those have to outside of the UFC is the fight. That is the storyline. Alex Pereira hasn't even been in the UFC for an entire year yet. Now, he is 3-0. The guy has earned something. And the history outside of the UFC has earned him this title shot against Israel Adesanya, because we've never seen Izzy be put in a psychological position where he's got to go up against someone that he knows knocked him out.
Chandler's just an explosive powerhouse. And I think in a 3-round fight, I give him the advantage. If they actually fought 5 rounds, I might actually go and lean back over to Dustin. So I understand why he wants it. For their individual styles, it makes sense for what advantage has for where.
UFC 281, Pereira taking on Israel Adesanya, trying to win the belt. He won 2 fights on the kickboxing scene over Adesanya, but I think Adesanya is a new beast in this day and age. I think Pereira is probably still a little green in the MMA space. I think he's a little bit slower, but when he connects, it's dynamite. He puts guys to sleep, and I do think Izzy's smart enough, has the craft, and understands the distance, the management, as we've seen in his past fights with dangerous guys, Jared Cannonier, Yoel Romero, Robert Whitaker, shuts these guys down, Paulo Costa. So I think this is Izzy's fight to lose. So I'm picking Izzy in this one, but let me be clear here. I do think Alexander's a puncher's chance away. I don't know if his name's Alexander, but let's just say Pereira. I'm gonna say Alex. Alex is a puncher's chance away from ending that fight on any given moment. Watch out for that left hook, Izzy, but I think Israel is gonna get it done. 155, UFC 281, Chandler taking on Dustin Poirier, the Diamond. This is a tough fight for me to call. Southpaw versus an orthodox fighter. I think Poirier's southpaw stance gives people a lot of trouble. He does what we call at my gym, we dubbed it the hillbilly shell. He's not a hillbilly, it's just what we call it. He does like this thing where he defends punches and he'll come back with that left cross. He's a heavy hitter, so is Michael Chandler. Iron Mike, he puts guys to sleep if he connects. So we know he's all action. He said he's here for a good time and not a long time. So you know he's gonna be looking to push that pace for a 15-minute fight. I do think this is a really close one to call. If I had to pick, I like both guys, but if I had to pick, I feel like the edge goes towards Poirier and just being a little bit more well-rounded.
Between Izzy and Pereira, I'm rooting for Izzy to beat Pereira, to get his redemption. I don't know much about Pereira. I see he's mostly been quiet, but now he's kind of making jokes. And I saw a video of him sparring some guy on his Instagram page, and the guy didn't look half of what Izzy is. He wasn't fighting from a distance. Maybe that's what he wants you to see. He wants you to see this BS of what he is doing. I see Izzy pointing him from the outside, jabs, leg kicks, and getting the win. Dustin Poirier versus Michael Chandler. I got Dustin Poirier all day. Michael Chandler is a fresh guy. He's coming up. He's kind of new in the UFC. He's been exciting in his fights, and he's good on the mic. It depends on if Dustin Poirier lets things get to his head. Chandler can be tough, but I feel like Poirier's tenacity and his overall volume in punching and like mixed martial arts experience should overwhelm Michael Chandler.
Title on the line, middleweight. I got Adesanya. I think Adesanya takes the fight. You know, obviously Pereira is a dangerous guy, has power, can knock anybody out. But I think Adesanya fights a lot more intelligently, and especially lately, he's been very difficult to hit. And so I don't really see Pereira landing clean shots on him. I see Adesanya, you know, maybe picking him apart and getting a finish late in the fight or a decision win.
If you're into thick boys, like, subscribe, comment, and God bless America. Well, that's not my big one. Just kidding.